appreciate this because you will now realize that after all, life is not about just working for somebody else. Life is not just about being an employee. I know given the option, even if you're here for the first time, even if you're here, you came in voluntarily, or you're just here because you were invited by force, still, for me, it is your destiny to be here, to listen to someone like me who has been doing this business for 21 years. This is my 21st year in forever. As an introduction, you know, you have to ask yourself, what is your goal in the next 5 years? Or how do you see yourself 5, 10, or 15 years from now? You still continue to work for somebody else? Are you going to renew your contract here in Dubai? Do you even have a plan? Or do you even have a plan B, to be specific about it? You know, I also learned when I joined Forever Living that for us to make a difference in this world, to make our life fulfilling, we need to have a goal. So the question is, what is your goal? Can you ask the person beside you, what is your goal in life? For me, life is just like any other sports activities, like basketball. If you are familiar with basketball, you know for a fact that there are 2 opposing teams, 5 in each side of the court. 2 guards, 1 center, and 2 forwards. But they always they play because there are 2 also opposing goals, and the gauge of which that you would know who's going to win is the number of shots that goes in, right? Basketball has a goal. You can just imagine if a game of basketball is composed of 5 opposing, teams, 2 opposing teams, and they just run around the court with the ball without a goal. Crazy, huh? You just imagine like football. Who loves football? Show me hands. Football. Football. Just a few? You don't know what football is? People are crazy here in the Middle East about football. You know? Now football is composed of 9 members, 2 opposing teams, and there's a huge place where they play, and of course there are also 2 goals. So you can just imagine also if like 2 opposing teams with 9 in each, and they just keep running to the ball without the goal. It's crazy. You know, the thing about it, that is what 95% of people in the world are doing. You know, it's just a vicious cycle. It's not like basketball, it's not like football or other games where there is a goal. But most people in the world today are in a comfort zone, and it's a vicious cycle. No goal at all. From first to the end of the month, they just work for somebody else just to meet the basic needs, food, clothing, and shelter. You know, in life, you want to make a difference, you need to have a goal, and it has to be big. It has to be big. It is not only about making, having a big income or salary every single month. No, goal setting is very important when you do forever. This picture, the first photo is, the first slide is when we received an award as Entrepreneur of the Year in the whole Philippines, given by Direct Selling Association. But we set a goal for that. You know, we did not just pick it from thin air. We worked hard and smart to become Direct Selling Association of the Philippines Entrepreneur of the Year. And we have already declared that by 2013, we're going to be recognized again by the TISA. That's our goal. You know, to be a Hall of Famer in Direct Selling Association of the Philippines. Now, each and every one of us has a goal. If you're here for the first time, maybe you're still at a loss or you don't know what you want to achieve. But I'm pretty sure the very basic, if you come and join forever, is your first goal is to become an assistant supervisor, just like what Julius showed you a while ago. From a new distributor to become an assistant supervisor. And that is a very short-term goal. That's a quick goal, because you can be an assistant supervisor by investing in you know, this is where you can fast start your business in forever. No? Slow start, fast start. You should always, if we can do it immediately, then invest in a combo pack so you can jumpstart your business. Now, goal setting. As they say, people do not plan to fail, but they fail to plan. And planning is also like goal setting. Now let's see. Now, what is a goal? What are they? What really is a goal if you talk about forever? A goal is something that we decide in advance. So you make a decision in advance to do, to have, or become. A goal is something that you decide in advance, ahead of time. You know, you can even set a goal if you're employed to become promoted to the level that you want to achieve in your company. You can also set a goal to when you want to get married. You know what I mean? You can also set a goal as to when you want to build your dream house, or the amount of money that you want to have in your pocket. You can also set a goal when you want to travel to America or Europe. So, for your life to become exciting, you need to have a goal. Otherwise, you'll just be thousands of people around the world, 95% of people around the world, trying to make a living to meet your basic needs, which is food, clothing, and shelter. Now, why do we need to set goals? Well, when you have a goal, it will give us direction. When you have a goal, it will give you direction in life. Right? That is the most important thing if you make a decision to do forever. You need to set a goal so that you will know where you're going. Goal will also give us motivation. You know, whenever I do seminars, I always tell the attendees that you can be inspired with a success story of someone like me. 21 years in the business, I've traveled to over 80 countries around the world. I make money in 12 countries around the world. The 100,000 dirhams that Julius mentioned a while ago is not the accumulated income that I make every year. It's just in one country. I see that. Motivation, inspiration will come from someone like me. Motivation should come from within. But so that you will also be self-motivated, you need to have a goal. Beginning today, you should start afresh. You need to have a goal. You cannot just do forever living and be excited about being with forever. You need to set a goal. And goal, if you have a goal, a specific goal, a blueprint of what you want to do or what you want to have or what you want to achieve, you will be motivated. You know? And of course, goal will also give you focus. I learned this in forever. For you to become successful, you need to have focus. It is not only about forever, it's also about the thing that you do. If you don't have focus, you'll never succeed. You cannot do 2, 3 things or 4 things at the same time. Of course, there is such thing as multitasking. But you have to give priority or importance or focus to the thing that you love most. You know? There has to be focus. Which means that if you want to become a manager in forever, you need to focus most of your efforts in making that a reality. You cannot become a manager in forever if you continue to invest more time in watching telenovela, or you invest more time on a Friday to wash your clothes.
Power.
You cannot come and tell me, I want to be a manager, but I cannot come to the meeting today because my clothes has already piled up. Then do not wash on a Friday. Find a time where you can wash it. Or maybe if you wash every time you use it, maybe wash every 2 times you use it. Just make sure it doesn't smell bad. If you also want to become a manager, or you want to achieve your goal in forever, therefore you must set aside activities that will slow you down. And what are these? Where if you're fond of partying on a Thursday evening, or on a Friday evening, or during your day off, then set it aside because there's no case credits in partying. Unless you are prospecting in the party. You know what I mean? Therefore, if you're talking about focus, you'll have to set aside that you love also before you do forever. Like for example, if you are involved in, if you love to play golf, just like me, for example, when I joined forever, one thing that I gave up that really broke my heart was playing golf. Because before I joined forever, when it was only my wife was doing forever and I was a bank manager, I played golf 3 times a week. Before I go to work, I wake up at 6 o'clock, play until 8 o'clock, then take a shower, and before 9 o'clock I'm in my office. 3 times. I love to play golf, I love the challenge, I get to be with my friends, there's the exercise, the cardio, relax, and then you smell, you know, fresh air, you listen to the sound of the birds, you know, I really love it. But there's no case credits there. And we had a goal. So I had to set it aside. You know what I mean? So that's what you call, when you have a goal, you will be happy to set it aside because you know that something big is going to happen to you.
Yes.
Which means that if you give up, if you spend less time in watching your favorite TV shows, if you spend less time or you give up temporarily golf, basketball, or bowling, or maybe cricket, you lessen the time for party. I'm not saying that you should give up entirely partying, because when you attend a party, there's also a prospect there. You know what I mean? But your focus has become different when you have a goal. And your goal is to have bigger bonus check.
Yes.
I promise you, you can never have a bigger bonus check in forever if you don't set aside goals, activities that will slow you down. So, lesson for that is that when you go home tonight, make a rundown of what you do every single day. When you make a decision to become a manager, who wants to be a manager here? Show me hands. Okay. Who wants to become a millionaire in forever? Okay. Who wants to have a free car in forever? Who wants to travel to America or Europe? Show me hands. Okay. If you want to do that, then there's a price to be paid. You have to focus your effort and your time in forever. You have to focus your time in attending seminars like this.
Yes.
Alright? And then of course, goals. How do you achieve them? You must decide that you want. Can you say that with me? I want.
I want.
Say that again. I want.
I want.
Say that again. Point to yourself. I want.
I want.
So you have to make a decision that you want. Okay? I want. That's how you achieve them. You must want it with capital letters. There must be a burning desire that you really want it.
I want.
Just like one of my favorite sayings is that you can have anything that you want for as long as you want it desperately enough. You must want it with the exuberance that erupts through the skin and joins the energy that created the world. That's my favorite. You just have to want it. And you're gonna get it. So say to yourself, I want.
I want.
I want.
I want.
Yes. Next is I believe. You should believe. I can.
I can.
Right? I can. Say that again, I can. Come on, people, get involved. Do not just look at me as if I come from Mars. Tell yourself, come on, have fun. I can. Everyone, I can. Tell the person beside you, you can. Next is commitment. Say, I will. Say, I will. Say, I will. The person beside you, you will. Okay, so 3 things. How to achieve it? I will. I can. No, sorry, first. First, I want. I can. I will. Alright, that's what you call commitment. And then, of course, the most important thing that I learned over the years for you to achieve your goal is you have to write it down. So that your goal will constantly remind you every single time that you do anything. Now you have to write it down, which means you need a nice notebook or organizer where you can always have a look at your goals. You have to write it down. Tell the person beside you, write it down. Yeah, the other side, write it down. Because it is a constant reminder to all of you. I'll tell you something. If most of us are expats or we're coming from another country, we want not only to enjoy the life here in the United Arab Emirates, but to work for the money. You know, so that you can send your loved ones, that you can have something to spend whenever it is needed. Right? So, once you are doing your jobs, and here comes another more exciting opportunity in forever. If you don't have a reminder in the things that you're in your goals by writing, you will forget about forever and be immersed in your job. Especially when your boss will ask you to do overtime all the time. That's why you love your boss. Right? You love your boss. Yes? Yes. Okay, I see the meaningful smiles there. Yes. How do you achieve them? When you put our goal in black and white. We have taken the first tangible step to accomplish it. Very powerful, huh? The goal passes from the realm of ideas to the world of reality, thereby crystallizing our vision, setting our direction, and increasing our power to achieve it. You know, because everything starts from your mind, from the thought. And from the thought, you write it down, and it will constantly remind you until it becomes crystallized that it will increase your power to achieve it. Now, how to achieve them? You have to set a deadline. You know? You have to set a deadline because a goal is a dream with a deadline. That's from Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich. A goal without a deadline is only a dream. It's a wishful thinking. I want to be a manager. When? Very soon. When is that soon? To some people, soon is 2 months, 3 months, 1 month. To some people, soon is soon, 10 years from now. You know? So you have to set a deadline. You know why you need to set a deadline? I'll tell you. And you can very well relate with me. I'm sure all of us in this room today were at one time in your lives in school. From elementary to high school to college. College is the most challenging. High school is the most exciting, enjoyable. You know, when you're in high school. If you're not happy when you were in your high school days, something's wrong with you. Okay? When you're in college, that's where you're beginning to be developed to become responsible people. You know, another stage in life that they will bring you to a higher level. Now, in college, especially during your 4th year or when you're about to graduate, you are given, you know, things like thesis, right? That you have to defend, or qualifying exams until you finally graduate. You know, when there are exams, not only in fourth year, first year, second year, third year, fourth year, even in high school, you study. Whenever there are very important exams, or some people whom we regard as nerds, they always study all the time. They're addicted to studying. And they're the best in class, and professors love them, their classmates hate them. You know? Now I'll tell you, during those exams, especially finals or the monthly or quarterly exams, can I see the hands of people, if you can still remember, who study like 3 or 4 days before the exam or a week before the exam? Show me hands. Okay, just one, we only have one. How about those who studied a night before? Night before. You are all Ramos. Well, I'm one of them also. Actually, sometimes I study 1 hour or 30 minutes before the exam. Okay. You know, if there's no deadline, like if exam is take anytime you want to take it, then you will not give importance to it. You know, but when they say the exam is gonna be, for example, if you imagine yourself as a student, today is September 6th? September 6th, and your professor said tomorrow is gonna be our final exam, and it will determine you if you're gonna pass to the next, to go to the next level, or if you fail, you have to go back. So if it is like the exam is tomorrow, therefore there's a deadline, then whether you like it or not, you have to pass the exam, and that can bring out the best in you because there's a deadline. You know what I mean? Now, for example, you're given an assignment, like maybe a term paper, and the teacher says that you need to finish this in 3 days, otherwise you're going to fail. Are you going to finish it in 3 days?
Yes.
You're going to finish with that. You're going to finish it whether you like it or not because there's a deadline. You know? And that's the reason why also in Forever we have 2 months accumulation. Because some people are asking, why do they have to give us 2 months accumulation? Let's do it at our own pace, at our own time. After all, FLP is for fun-loving people. You want to have fun. No, but you know, if you don't set a goal, you will take your sweet time to become an assistant supervisor. You know, if it's not 2 months accumulation, maybe it will take you 3 years before you accumulate the 2 cc. You know? So we want to set a goal for you so that you will, so that it can bring out the best in you. You know what I'm saying? And like your goals also, if you are a new distributor, then by all means set a goal to be an assistant supervisor now. Kumupak. Now. You know, if you're an assistant supervisor, come on, be a supervisor in 1 month, make a difference, or be a supervisor at least in 2 months' time. The longer that you delay it, the momentum starts to go down. Now, uplines, or those who have been here for quite some time, you will notice the people that you invite, especially those who are very excited. No, they saw the result in advance, they saw the travels, they saw the big checks. If you don't set goals for them, you know, and they stay as assistant supervisor for quite some time, the momentum will go down, and pretty soon they will just fade away. They will just give up. So while the momentum is up there has to be a lot of activities or focus in the business that will bring them to the next level, which is a supervisor, from assistant supervisor to supervisor. So goal is very important, and you must set a deadline. You yourself set a deadline. Now, if you have sponsored some people here, if you're ahead of those people that you invited, of course you're always ahead of them, your downlines, then you as an upline should set a goal for your downline. Because in the beginning, the new distributors or assistant supervisors are still at a loss on what to do. Now I'm going to show you how to set a goal for someone to become a supervisor, from assistant supervisor to supervisor when I end this presentation. Now, how do you achieve them? You have to make a plan. I said a while ago that people plan to fail The people do not plan to fail, but they fail to plan. Start with your main objective and plan backward to the daily goals. That's what I'm going to show you in a while after I'm done with my presentation. You know, you have to, like for example in Forever, we have within 2 calendar months to move up to the next level. Your distributor to assistant supervisor to supervisor, supervisor to assistant manager to manager, 2 calendar months. Now, for your downlines not to be overwhelmed, don't just show them that if you become a supervisor, just make 25 case credits. Be excited and invite a lot of people. That's very, very general and very, very broad. They still don't know what to do. You have to give them in details what to do to accumulate the 25 case credits. If you talk about 25 case credits per se, 25 case credits, even 24, that is equivalent to 12 combo packs, and that's no less than 12,000 dirhams. You not tell the person to borrow money from the bank or get your safe for 12,000, pay the 12,000 and become a supervisor. That's crazy. That's not how it is done. You have to guide them and tell them that what group sales is. You know, how to get the 25 case credits with, or how many numbers of people that you need to invite, and how do you deepen them for you to accumulate 25 case credits. So you should break down, like for example, for one whole month, if you tell them 25 case credits, it sounds overwhelming. But if you break it down to at least set a goal of 1 cc a day, 1 case credits, in 25 days, you would have accumulated 25 case credits, group sales. Your sale and the sale of your entire network. It can start, you know, becoming a supervisor. If you will just do it every single day and find customers, you can accumulate at least 25 case credits in a month. I challenge you. Like in this room today, we have a very young distributor who's already accumulated over 10 case credits in less than 15 days. And I know she'll become the youngest supervisor by the end of the month. I'd like to acknowledge her today. Her name is Shari Lopez. Where is Shari? Please stand up and direct her. You know, Shari is out already. Is sponsoring you guys already accumulated 10 points, but the mom is here. Is a mother and daughter tandem. I'd like to recognize the mom. Anne, can you please stand up, Anne? The daughter is not present because I told her you have to accumulate 25 cases in 1 month. You know, 25. So that will be a challenge to all of you in this room today. Now, what is your excuse? You know, because this young lady she's doing a lot of things. You know, tutoring, driving for the mom, and doing a lot of things. But her main focus is to level up to supervisor. Okay? And break down 1 cc every single day. That's 25 cc. Okay, now aside from what you're actually doing, based on my experience, you need to practice visualization. And for those who attended the Power of Wealth Creation, I taught them the exact time when to visualize. You know? And I hope some of you who attended are trying that or practicing that, because you're gonna actually get results. Now, imagining is like visualizing. There's power in visualization. Okay? The more intensely we feel about an idea or goal, the more assuredly the idea, very deep in our subconscious mind, will direct us along the path to its fulfillment. It is actually the law of attraction. You know? The more that you visualize the things that you want to achieve, the more that will come to pass. So, Shari is right there at the back, brought down by the mom. Can you please just wave your hands and be recognized? At the end of the month, I challenge you, she will become the youngest supervisor in the Middle East. At the age of 18, yes. Alright, so, it starts from your mind, no? You start attracting, achieving your goal by visualization. By visualization. A lot of people have practiced that. And that can be proven beyond reasonable doubt that it can happen. You know, the law of attraction is the most powerful law in the universe. And one way of doing that is visualizing. You know, visualizing your prospect. If you already have a prospect, visualizing him receiving the combo pack from you without resistance. You know, attracting, visualizing. You know, so always try to visualize. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger was a 7-time Mr. Universe. In his prime, he was known to possess what was known as the most perfect body by a human person. Muscles in the right places. You know, 7-time Mr. Universe. And his secret was, he was interviewed, is that aside from his discipline, regular practice, like weights in the gym, after each session, he will go to the corner of his gym, put on his headphone, close his eyes, listen to his favorite music, and start visualizing, you know? Starts visualizing and imagining himself in front of thousands of people in a big auditorium, thousands of people, and all of them applauding, you know, applauding, clapping their hands while he's being called on stage and recognized as the Mr. Universe in that year. Visualization. Ladies and gentlemen, you can also do that here. Like if you're in your respective flats or in villas, during your lonesome time, you know, when you're alone, or well, you can tell, like you have a lot of people, just close your eyes and imagine you're alone, put on very nice music, not the acid rap, of course. Nice music that that's good for visualization. Nice soft music. Close your eyes and imagine yourselves becoming a manager in forever, achieving the 120K credits, and imagine Mr. Rexmond waiting for you on the stage, waiting, and you climbing up to be pinned with a gold pin as a manager, a recognized manager forever. And people are applauding, clapping their hands while you're going up the stage. It's okay if people will think you're crazy when they look at you, your flatmates. It's okay to be crazy for as long as you achieve your goal. You know what I mean? So, there's power in visualization. Of course, you should also use dream books. Dream books or dream board, you know, or wheels of fortune. I'm gonna show you some examples. Now, a dream book is where you put your goals, like your dream car, you know, specifically what color, what are they, like for example, this one S200 Roadster Blue, convertible top, leather interior. Put it in your dream book. Or we in the Diamond Group, we practice dream board. We put a nice big dream board in the place where we live. When we were starting, me and my wife, we used to put a lot of the things that we want to achieve in our lives in almost all the walls of our house. Even in our ceiling, when we sleep, we see our goals. When we go to the toilet and sit on the throne, we also see our goal. You know, and believe me, seriously, 80% of the goal that we set, since the time we started putting this, you know, dream board, they're all achieved. 80%. Remember, write it down, because it is always a reminder of what you are gonna do. That's why goal is really very, very important. And of course, dream book helps a lot. Board and wheel of fortune is also like you put your picture in the middle of your maybe dream book or a dream board, and then put the things that you want to achieve, like a very nice car, the specific car that you want to drive, the position that you want to achieve in forever, and maybe a dream house that you want, or the travel that you want to, where you want to be. You follow me? Okay, so it's a good start for all of you. If you have not been doing well in forever, and if you're about to start in forever, then start correctly. You know, buy yourself a nice book in one of the bookstore here. It's not very expensive, and make some cutouts of the things that you want to achieve in your life. If you want something that's more realistic, you love a BMW or maybe a Mercedes-Benz, then go to the dealer here and bring your upline. Make sure to bring a camera or a cell phone, that has high pixels, and then wear something nice. Choose your favorite car, the car that you want to have, and go inside the car. Have a photo. And let your upline take a photo. Then when you get the photo, put that in your dream board. And every morning you say, "Thank you for this very nice car. I love my car." You know, it's not only forever. If you're still single and you have a Prince Charming, you know, take a photo of your Prince Charming and then also put in your dream board. Everyone say, "I love you." Okay, alright. So, next thing is that, of course, you need to work. You need to do something. It's not just about dreaming, it's not about setting your goal. You need to do something. You need to work. You need to break new ground. You need to plant the seeds of success. You know, the big secret in life is that there's no big secret. People would always ask me, what is the secret of a diamond? Well, my big secret is that I don't have a secret. I tell people who believe in me, especially my downlines, what I do, and they just copy me. Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't have secrets, so you can get there if you are willing to work. Are you willing to work?
Yes!
No, there's always a price to be paid. You want to be successful, it's not a walk in the park. It's not something that's really easy. It's something that's challenging. You just have to accept the challenge. Remember, for you to become successful, there is always a price to be paid. And believe me when I say that I congratulate all of you in this room today. Because instead of doing something else, enjoying your life, enjoying being with your friends, you're right here in this room trying to learn what goal setting is all about. You deserve a huge round of applause. Now, next question is, what do you really want? Each and every one of you has specific things that you want. Why are you here today? Why did you do forever? So, what do you really want? It has to be specific. And believe me when I say also that you are never too old to set another goal or to dream and you dream. Because dreams know no age at all. Especially when you're with forever, you should feel blessed because in forever, you won't only achieve your goal if you continuously drink aloe vera gel and use our food supplements and use our personal care products, you will look younger each year. Look at me.
Yes.
I've been drinking aloe vera gel, ladies and gentlemen, for the last 21 years. That is why in my arteries, it's no longer the blood that flows, but the aloe vera juice.
I will tell you something. I'm going to India and I'm showing you a photo. Each and every person can tell me how I'm just guess it, how much here for this person. Each and everybody can tell me in 40 years.
40 years old. See? Next year when you yes, next year when you see me, I will look 39. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't worry about your age. It's just a number. You know? Two things, just to inspire you. It's biological and chronological age. Okay? Chronological age is your actual age based on your passport. Biological age is your age on how you look. You know? Because you can be chronologically 40 years old, but biologically you look like 30 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it depends on your discipline. It depends on the life that you live. It depends on the food that you eat, you know. It depends on how religious you are on taking the products of forever. Alright, so be excited Because regardless of your age in this room today, you're never too old to dream. The oldest person that I signed who became manager is 75 years old. Now he looks 30 years old. There was one time that I was speaking to one of the tycoons in the Philippines, the 7 taipans. His name is Henry C. Henry C is the owner of the biggest mall in Asia, actually, the Mall of Asia. I interviewed him when he was 75 years old. He's over 80 years old right now. I asked him, what is your secret, Mr. C? You seem to be very, very successful and you have a very happy disposition. Well, he just told me up front, he said, you know, I never stop dreaming. He's a multi-millionaire, you know. Actually he's a billionaire in dollars. You know, but it really struck me when he said, I never stopped dreaming. And during the time he told me, a couple of years back, he said, and one of my dreams is to build the biggest mall in Asia. A few years after, the Mall of Asia was inaugurated in Ross Boulevard in the Philippines. So if you come and tell me that your dream is to become the first diamond manager in the Middle East, then I believe you will answer. Now tell me, who wants to be a diamond manager? Who wants to be the first diamond manager in the Middle East? Who wants to break my record by earning 100,000 dirhams in a month in the world? You know, you just have to work at it. It will come to pass. Just believe me. Right? Now what do you really want? Global Rally or Eagle Managers Retreat? It has to be specific, you know, because it becomes exciting when you know specifically what you want. It's not just about excitement. There has to be a blueprint. So you want to go to the Global Rally, like for example, in London, England next year. Who wants to go to London? Who wants to go to Lake Tahoe? You know, when you're just starting, don't worry about it. Because every single year, there are 2 free travels. So you start working on your foundation right now. But in this room today, trust me when I say, because some of you have started ahead of other people, some of you will be with me in London, England in April 2014. Yes, and I'm sure Mr. Jadid right here is already qualified as earnest. Can you please stand up so that they will see you? Okay. Just show them how handsome you are. Okay. Mr. Jadid just came from his travel to India. You know, before he joined Forever, I know him, one of my closest friends right now, through Forever. Their family used to be in jewelry business. He's handling several branches of jewelry shops right here and still finds time to be here in Dubai. And not only that, he's one of the inspiration now of non-Filipino distributors among his countrymen Indians, because he's not only an Eagle Manager candidate and qualified, but also a Chairman's Bonus qualifier on his 2nd year in Forever. So you have to get to know him, ask his secret. Maybe he will tell you some.
Only you can still search the secret each and everything.
So you know, when you have a goal to become a qualifier in as Eagle Managers Retreat or Global Rally, everything that you do will be very exciting. Even just selling one single alu lips like this, very excited, you know. Even if it is 0.001 cc, because 0.001 cc, 1000 cc will not be complete without 0.001.
Yes.
You can never be a supervisor if you lack 0.001 cc. So it becomes important even if it is very little. So we just imagine why people do this with excitement and passion, because they saw the result in advance. If I make the necessary case credits, I'm going to London, England with my loved one. You know? if I'm going to achieve this goal, this requirement for the Eagle Manager did, then once again, I'm going to travel to America for free with my loved one or whoever I want to bring. Okay? So what do you really want? You have to determine chairman's bonus. Look at the result in advance. That is my goal. $1.1 million. You know? For as long as I live, I will set a goal that one day I'll be the first Asian to earn over $1 million in profit sharing. So ask yourself now, what is your goal? If you are married, then ask your husband, your wife, you get to agree what your goal is. Do not quarrel. No, get to agree. Because there's power in agreement. So what do you really want? Maybe a very nice car. You don't like anymore the car that you drive. Maybe you want something that's the most modern, 2013 BMW, Mercedes-Benz, or what else, whatever you want. Maybe a Ferrari, maybe a Bentley. Right? So what do you really want? Maybe gem bonus. Most of you don't know what gem bonus is. You'll be crazy about this. Can you put the whiteboard here? Gem bonus. Because all of you are just, all you know is volume bonus check. You know, every month you get the volume bonus check. Most of us are very excited because in 9 days time, every 15th, now we're very excited because we receive our volume bonus check. Now, okay, I'll tell you about gem bonus. You'll be blown away with this. Because most of us know that if you're a manager, when you buy something for yourself, it's 30% plus 18% cashback. 30% discount is 18%. Now, if you sponsor someone who is an assistant supervisor, since he is earning 5% cashback, 18 minus 5, you get 13% override bonus from all the purchases of his group. 13%. If you have a downline as a manager who is a supervisor, he gets 8% cashback plus a 30% automatic discount. And you as an upline will get 10% override in all his total purchases, including the downlines, the group. If you have a downline who is an assistant manager, he earns 30% cashback aside from the 30% discount. In his total group, you get 5% override bonus. 30%, 10%, 5% on the total group sales based on gross. Now, if you have a downline who becomes a manager, therefore, both of you, if you buy products in your name, will get 18% discount. If you're going to deduct that, that's going to be 0, right? But not in forever. Because when you develop a downline who becomes manager, you will be considered as a leadership manager. Leadership manager, you have proven beyond reasonable doubt that you're already a leader by developing another manager down the line, and because of that, Forever Living will recognize you by giving you not 0% from these group sales, but a royalty income of 6% in all is sales. Group sales is sales network. Now, if the manager downline develops another manager and develops a group, therefore he also gets 8% if he buys in his name, but in his total group sales, you as an upline will get 3% royalty income. If down the line becomes a manager, his group, he also gets, when he buys in his personal name, 18% cashback, 30% discount, additional 2% for you. So that it is 6%, 3%, 2%. That is what you call royalty income. Because you're not supposed to get anything anymore, you have the same cashback. But Forever is very generous that if you develop downlines or managers, they will give you a royalty income. It's as if you own the company or you're Forever Living. It's as if you are a famous singer. You know, Michael Jackson, even if he's dead, he gets a royalty every time someone buys a CD or anything about his songs. You know? Now here, you don't need to die before you get the royalty income. Because once you become a manager, you get this royalty income every single time. But you should listen to this. I'm sure the manager will not be able to sleep. Because there is what you call gem bonus. Gem bonus simply means if you develop, listen to this, 9 first-generation managers, or you are a sapphire manager. If you are a sapphire manager, you develop 9 first-generation managers, and you help them become active. I have good news for you. Forever Living will give you an additional 1%. 1%. 1%. That's gonna be 7%. That's gonna be 4%. That's gonna be 3%. And believe me, one that is translated into amount of money that is almost double the amount that you make on top of the 632. That's gem bonus. Does that stop there? No. Because when you develop 17 first-generation managers, you become a diamond sapphire manager. This is very good and exciting for those who are starting here in the Middle East. Because normally, when you develop these leaders, these managers, we presume that there's a bigger chance that they will because they just became managers. It's up to the upline to monitor and be on top of the situation to make sure that everyone is moving. If you develop 17 first-generation managers and they are all active, the company, once again, will give you additional 1%. 1%, 1% in your 632. I'm talking only about one downline. You will get from all of your downlines plus, which means this becomes what? 8%, 5%, 4%, 854, not 632. Does that stop there? No, 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 no. When you become a diamond manager like me, how do you become a diamond manager? Develop 25 first-generation managers. Now listen, the managers that you develop need not necessarily be in Dubai only. The managers you develop can be anywhere around the world. So if you develop 25 first-generation managers and they're all active, you are going to get additional 1 plus 1 plus 1, or you're going to get 9%, 6%, 5%. And that is the reason why diamond managers in Forever become multi-millionaires.
Yes.
Because of this leadership of global impact. And when you also become a diamond manager, I have good news for you. There is no more 4cc requirements to get the royalty income that you deserve. In other words, the higher your position is, the lesser your job is going to be. But why will I not have 4cc when I need to drink alcohol? The products alone that we drink is about over 12cc a month. But the good news is, the worst scenario, even if you don't make a 4cc, you will still be entitled to all the benefits. And if I can only show you how to quantify this, like for example, if you are a sorting manager, maybe sorting manager, or a little before you become a diamond sapphire manager, or a sapphire manager, if your income, you know how we'll quantify this, if your income is like 30,000 dirhams, before becoming a sapphire manager, if you're a sapphire manager, your income will be about 50 to 55,000 per month as a sapphire manager. If you develop 17 first-generation managers, that 30,000 will be about 70,000 dirhams per month. And if you are a diamond manager, that's about 100,000 dirhams a month. 80 to 100,000. That is what you call gem bonus. Unbelievable. Well, those who are just starting, you may find this overwhelming, but that's the reason why people make a lot of money forever. And the good news about forever in the Middle East is that here in the UAE alone, there are about 200 nationalities. So it's very easy to become diamond manager.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
It's very easy. Actually, it's much easier. In the Philippines, I became a diamond manager in 9 years.
Wow.
It's very difficult life there in the Philippines, but diamond manager in 9 years. Nobody has broken that yet in Asia. So what do you want? A dream home? Maybe this dream home is something that you see in Europe. How about a dream home in Asia? You want to see a dream home in Asia?
Yes!
Who's dreaming of? Who's dreaming of owning maybe a 10, 12 bedroom house in your home country where you have a swimming pool, maybe a private bar? You want to have a house like this?
Wow!
Yes!
Nice house?
Yes!
Dream house, huh?
Yes!
Yes. 12 bedroom house, 6-car garage, swimming pool, private bar, sauna, massage room, what have you. That is the house of the diamond manager. So what do you want? You become a diamond manager. Who wants to be a diamond manager? Show me a hand. Who wants to be a diamond manager? Please stand up. Those who want to be. To be a diamond manager, it's like you live in a fairy tale life.
Yes.
You know?
One question.
What question for my boss?
I am coming in first time in your meeting. I think I am so late, but I want to ask you in chess language. It is possible to checkmate you?
Yes.
Sorry? Is it possible to?
I am coming first time in your meeting.
Yes.
I think I am so late. But now I want to ask you chess in chess language. You know about chess?
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to checkmate to you. It is possible or not?
Yes.
You checkmate me. Well, I don't understand it, but I'll say yes. So, okay, listen. Diamond manager, you know, it can be done.
I want to checkmate to diamond manager.
Yes, it can be easier here because people can afford. I became a diamond manager in 9 years in a developing country like the Philippines. Here people can afford. Here people can invest in a combo pack. So it's about time to break that record. I'd like to see someone who become a diamond manager here. You also want to checkmate to become the #1 distributor in Asia. So, you know the challenge. The person right in front of me here today used to live in a very small house and little fishing village, but I had big dreams. You know, whatever challenges you experience in your life, maybe you don't know what I experienced, but I was at my lowest point. There was a point in time that for me, just to have allowance in school, I shined shoes. I sold newspapers. I sold ice candies. We call it ice candies. We put it in the freezer. But I had big dreams. I had big goals in life. I wanted to be wealthy. Now I live my dreams because of it. So always remember this: the future you see is the future you get. So see the result in advance, ladies and gentlemen, and believe me, whatever you think is real to you becomes your reality. Your thoughts become things. See you all at the top.